Fuck off. Fuck off. Jack is ended. Jack is ended. Jack is showing the same shots as shown 1,000 times before in the credits. Oh, I haven't seen the phone before. Oh, post credits.
You seriously?
You don't know how much of a godsend you are, really.
Oh, well, it was fortunate for me too.
We didn't know if we were going to be able to get somebody at such late notice, especially with our reputation.
Reputation?
With
Sequel.
the previous caretakers.
Are you kidding
What
me?
happened?
Well, I really shouldn't be telling you this.
But they were in a really boring film.
This is what I'm recording already. That was like the perfect, like Parks and Rec, like 10. I don't know anymore.
That
was Darling. 2015. Wait, we gotta do
the tea.
tea. There's definitely drink in here. Yeah, drink. Darling was a shit show of the royal degree. It was a mess. It was a mess from the start.
I liked that the jeopardy of the film wasn't what's going to happen, but how dull will it happen? How slowly will it happen? And how long will it take to happen?
My favourite shot of the film, I told you this when it happened, my favourite shot of the film was just a guy reacting to where the woman lived. It wasn't
So-
like a scary reaction, it was just like, oh, this is a nice house.
So Darling is a... I don't want to dignify it by saying it's a horror film, because that's a disservice to things
It's a
like...
film that has jump scares in.
It's a film in which a girl who is called Darling, from what I can tell, I'm going to be honest, they don't say a name in the film. I mean, someone calls her Darling, and I was confused if they were... I assume her name's Darling, I don't know.
Maybe.
She moves into a house.
Maybe it's because every single girl that works there, they call Darling. Maybe it's about psychologicals. Maybe you're just not thinkings with your horror, and you don't smart good scare. But yeah, I thought it was a good film. It was.
She works as a girl, Darling, who moves into a house, and then for 30 minutes of what is a 17-minute film, nothing happens, and she walks around the house, and then she bumps into a guy on the street, and loud noises happen. This is what happens. She bumps into a guy in the street, loud noises happen, and then for the next 10 minutes she walks around the house whilst things flash at you and it goes, "Ah!" and then it stops. And then random images of her kind of grinning happen. And then, this constitutes as spoilers, but if it's the only event in the film, is that a spoiler?
I'd say just, if you feel like this film's going to be spoiled, you're watching the wrong video.
She murders the man, and then I suppose what could very generously be described as Hitchcockian-esque hiding the body narrative ensues in the most generous application
It's
of that.
Hitchcockian-esque if he was huffing glue.
So it's an art horror film, which I've always said means a horror film where nothing happens, and normally I'm exaggerating a little, and there'll be here nothing happens.
Well, you described
We
She
started
murders them.
clicking every time a shot or a second was unnecessary, and eventually just hurt my thumb and my finger because I was just going through it going, no, 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 that's just a doorknob, that's just a kettle, that's just a phone, that's just the staircase, that's the staircase again, that's the same shot of the staircase as before.
I've never seen such a mass reusing of shots within a film, and let alone one that's 70 fucking minutes.
That's the thing. It's
I
like
saw the
70
runtime and I was happy because I was
Yeah.
like, this film looks shit. At least it's short. That wasn't short enough.
Like, you're right though, it's like I've never seen a film be 70 minutes and have so little happen and have to resort to padding so much. It's like if your film needs padding at 70 minutes, then maybe it shouldn't exist.
I would go so far to say either I'm distraught, not because like the film's scary, because that would be a praise if it was.
I don't think we had this footage on camera yet. You were setting it up, but as the film was coming to a conclusion and it started to, it started to, I don't know, resolve itself. I was just lying here going, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, and it made me really passionately angry. It's not only does it not make sense, not only is it dull as hell, but it is pretentious, and it has this soundtrack where I assume what they think they're doing is like The Shining, where they're making weird dissonant
It's just a
sounds to freak you out.
cacophony of
It's just
sound.
noises.
Like even when they have dialogue, 2 scenes where they have dialogue, the music is over the top of it because you know, 1, it's shitty dialogue. 2, it's probably recorded shitty.
It was.
It was recorded shitty. And 3, why? It's not scary if you can't hear what they're saying.
Well,
And it's always shitty old records that you can tell they've pulled off archive.com or whatever.
the other thing is that I always complain that like modern horror films are like over reliant on jump scares, but at least normally those jump scares have some kind of context. At least they originate from something in the film. Here, they have nothing. They have nothing to provide a jump scare. So within the first 5 minutes, the titles are going, "Boo!" And you know what? That's the best scare in the film. And the rest of rest of the scares are just loud, contextless noises.
There are 6 scares throughout the film.
You counted?
Titled...
the
chapter breakdowns, such as chapter titles as Demon, and...
Oh, so funny as well!
What do you call the chapter where, I don't know, the murder happens? Thrills!
I really like...
Thrills!
They're all introduced with like this moody text and like a boom when they happen. Except for chapter 4 where it plays this weird like screamo rock music.
Yeah.
And it's the only one and it's hysterical.
I've never seen a film...
I've never
seen a film where the synopsis and the tagline are the exact same. Just one sentence says like... Woman goes through distraught.
When we say nothing happens, we genuinely mean 40 minutes of this film is just her walking around the house. And I'm not exaggerating, am I? That is genuinely the truth. It's 40 minutes of them walking
40
around
minutes
the house.
out of a 70... What was it that we calculated? It was 13... Oh, no, it was exactly... No, it was 11 minutes before something happened, and that something was a phone call.
That something was
a phone call.
So before what you would normally call an event, it's about 40 minutes. Like 11 minutes by this film standard, but 40 minutes by a normal film standard before an event happens. And half of it's out of focus anyway! Anyway! This film is a dick.
This film is a dick. Dick.
You said it might be your least favourite film of all time.
I've changed that because I don't want anyone to watch it.
That's a good point.
If you say something,
that's a good point.
If you say something's your least favourite film of all time, people are like, "Ooh, it's funny to watch."
It's not
I don't want
enjoyable,
anyone to watch this. I want it to disappear.